everyone. So this week at Akiba we are talking about the skyline and the city of Chicago and what it looks like from afar and all the different buildings and the shapes that the buildings make. So I had an idea of how you could start thinking about building different shapes with your loose parts. You could, if you want, first go ahead and take a piece of paper. I made a zigzag line, and then I'm going to build on top of my zigzag. You don't necessarily have to draw it first, but you can if you want to. And parents, sometimes you could draw this for your child if they're a little bit younger, and then they can build on top of it. You can make patterns on top of your zigzag. You can do all kinds of things with this, and it can be a lot of fun. I'm just taking the little pieces now, and I might switch to something else. I'm going to use a different material for my zigzag, kind of going different ways and thinking about all the things I could use for my zigzag. I also made some other patterns here. I was thinking about the water and the lake and kind of the shapes around the lake, and I created this kind of circular pattern as well, circular shape that you could do. This is a lot of fun to build with, and you can take your little pieces. Again, you can draw it first, you don't have to, but you can create this shape and think about Lake Michigan and the water and put all the pieces around and see what you can do. Again, I think it would be a lot of fun to make a pattern as well, and think about all the different things you have in your house that you could use. If you have any rocks or stones, this would be a lot of fun. I'm going to use these small little pine cones too, because I think they would be really nice. And you can make a beautiful shape or structure. And this one to me makes me think about water, and that would be a lot of fun. There's one more I want to show you, and as this week we get more into the skyline, we're going to think about the shapes of the buildings and what that looks like. And so I just went ahead and drew this, which to me looks a lot like the tall buildings in Chicago. And again, you could think about what you could use to make these tall buildings. I know we're going to be doing this a lot during camp, and I think you could keep going and find some really interesting things to use to make the skyline. You can do this over and over again in lots of different ways, and it's super creative and fun. I went ahead and did the drawing first, but you don't need to. It might help if you need a little direction to do it first, and kind of get started. And you can see my building starting to come into shape. I'm wondering if you think it looks like the city of Chicago. I think it might start to look like it here. And there you have it. You could do this over and over again in so many different ways. Have fun exploring. Bye-bye.